And now we are live. Yes, yes. Yeah, I'm with Benedict. Okay, so today I'm super excited with this session. I have a guest. He will introduce himself in a minute, but I want to introduce him. I want to give you a heads up of what we are going to talk about. We are going to talk about study in United States, full funded scholarship, the journal. So Benedict and I did the same journal, and he want to share with us his journal and everything, the challenge in that, because it might be challenge. It's not an easy way to find full funded scholarship because university in the United States are very expensive, and we all know that the visa process is not easy. He will share with us as well that kind of challenge, and also how he was able to be here in United States. Okay, Benedict, welcome to the channel. In this YouTube channel, we do share worldwide opportunities, including motivation of for young African, especially to motivate them to get ready to try opportunities such as applying universities. Yeah, so welcome to the channel. You might introduce yourself, tell us where you are, tell us which country you are from, and everything. So, welcome.
Okay. Hi, my name is Benedict.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
from I'm from Nigeria. I'm from Nigeria. So I'm currently at EIU, United States, at Eastern Illinois University.
Eastern
So
Illinois. Mhm.
for my master's program in chemistry. So I started this program this spring 2023. So I'm currently doing my summer research now.
Spring 2023. Okay. Okay. So you are from Nigeria and you started uh, your studies spring 2023. How
Yes,
was
yes.
it? What was the process of finding university? And tell us a little bit about that. You can start with motivation. What was your motivation to go to study, to come here in United States? Did you have other countries in your mind, like you were trying, or you wanted to come here in United States?
During my undergrad, I think my second year, I just know that chemistry, studying chemistry in Nigeria is kind of hectic stuff. So with the level of development we are facing. I
Yeah,
think so.
I have a question a bit. I think you can increase your voice a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, that will help. Thank you so much. Mm-hmm.
My dream of going for going study, maybe further my education in other countries started when I was in 200 level. That is my second year in my undergrad. So looking at the way things are going and chemistry, what we are studying, not
Mm-hmm.
much practical. We do a lot of practical, but we needed this advanced technology and all those things because some of the things we are studying most of them are many abstracts. Most of them are many abstracts. So we needed to do a lot of things. So I just decided that I'm going to do my this in graduate study in other countries. So I don't
Mm-hmm.
really know the exact country I'm going to go, but I just know that after my undergrad, I'm going other countries to study.
Okay, so you were ready to go to any country, regardless if it's US, Canada, anywhere.
Yes. That is the
Okay,
initial plan. That is the initial plan. That is the initial plan. But
okay. How
mm,
did you find like United States? You
during my I think my undergrad too, it's still during my undergrad, I think my 300 level when I was about to go for industrial training.
Mhm.
So I met my senior colleague studying chemistry. He told me that he's already an US ambassador.
Okay.
So that's what he told me that he wrote GA. He's about to write GRE exam. So everything is working perfectly fine. Immediately he's done with his study that he's leaving the country. I said, okay, no problem. Just give me a hint. Let me know what's up. That is how it started. So from that time, I started making plan how to get my passport ready and all those things. Started all those things. Since I have him already, he studied chemistry. He now told me that chemistry here is a quite a good this lucrative stuff, but many people are not doing it just the same way in Nigeria that because it's very hard, everybody's running away from it. So if I'm coming, I should just look at USA, this in Canada, UK is fine, but to get fund all those things, many people want to go to UK because this if you want to pass through the embassy, this process is not that stressful compared to USA. So
Mm,
I just have everything in mind. So after my undergrad, I went for my when I was doing my this national youth service, and also saw the guy post that he's no more in Nigeria again. And I asked him, he told me that he left the country. I think 2 days before I contacted him, I said, "Nice, nice, nice." You see this, and I asked him if it is the same program that he
mm.
used. He told me it's the same program. There's nothing big about it. By then, I think I have 2-1. I have 2-1. That is second class upper. So I don't have first class like him. Like him, he told me that is not a problem. That once I do my application very well, if I prepare it very well, I'm likely to get it. It's not about the grade you have, it's the potential, what you really want to do. That's the most important thing. So that's
Okay,
what.
so I wanted to know in your preparation, your friend told you about United States. Did you prepared like tech exams, English exam, GRE, and so many things?
Those exams, I wanted to take all those exams, but the thing is kind of funny to me. Maybe if it gets a week that I'm going to take the exam, one issue or the other, maybe I'll be sick or something like that. Within that period, I just decided I'm not going to take the exam since people are still going there without the exam. So what is the need of taking the exam? And also the amount is not that friendly. It's not that friendly. $250. If you
200,
convert
yeah,
it to our
exactly.
local currency, it's a
Mm,
quite big sum of money. So I just push it down level. That I'm not going to do that one again. I'm not going to take the exam. So let me just go with my application. I
okay.
started I started the whole application process. The first I think 2019 ending. I started with Chevelin scholarship.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I applied. I think I applied to University of Aberdeen. I got that one. I was admitted, but the fund is not it's not more. They didn't give me scholarship like that. It's just like I think £3,000 scholarship, and I'm to pay close to 19,000 pounds. So if you should minus it from it, you should be close to I think 16,000. I still
Mm-hmm.
needed the position, so I just looked at it and I applied for Chevelin. After the long time waiting, I didn't get it, so I just leave that one. 2021, I still strike it. Okay, 2020, I strike again with
Oh,
Chevelin again. With Chevelin again, I strike with Chevelin again, and I'm now got admitted to, I think, Southampton University. I got
mm-hmm.
admitted to Southampton University. That University of Aberdeen too. I still have that one. I still have the offer. So I still try again. The thing didn't work. I tried Commonwealth. I just noticed once one of my friends now told me that if I'm trying all these most popular this scholarship, it's always hard. It's always hard because there are
Very
thousands of people
competitive.
all the whole world trying
Very,
to get
very
those. So
competitive.
the thing is very competitive. That I should not just waste my time on all those things. I'm doing that. I'm going to take a lot of time. I should continue with others. By then, I already applied to many schools in USA. But the one funny thing about my own, the first time I strike to USA, I think it's in 2020, I was able to get admitted, but not fully funded. Most of them is just partial. It's not fully funded. It's not fully funded. Then I think I applied to which school there. I can't even remember the area school I applied, but it has been a very long time. I applied to many schools then, but it was not successful. But 2020, 2021, I applied to Florida Institute of Technology.
Mm,
It's in Florida, I think Miami. Florida Institute of Technology. I applied to that. Which one again?
mm.
I can't just remember. There are many. There are many. There are many. I don't have the list
Okay,
here.
I have a question. In your application, you tried so many things, scholarship,
Yes.
every scholarship you tried, it didn't work. So I want to know in your application, let's say every university you were trying, you you were paying like application fees or all of them
Yes,
were
yes,
free?
I know of application fee. Before that time, the time I was doing it, sometimes I don't used to pay the whole application fee. But it's what I used to do. So sometimes I would just email the grade coordinator or
Mm,
the School of International Student, ask them for application fee waiver. If they agree to waive it, I will submit the application. If they didn't agree, I'll just weigh my option, communicate with the grade coordinator to know my chances of being admitted. If the chances is very low, if it's not up to 90%, I won't pay the application fee. I'll just leave it and go and look for that school. That's what I do.
Okay, so for you, you didn't care if there is application fees or not.
Yes,
So you
yes,
wanted
yes,
to go and talk to email the admission advisor so that
yes,
you get admission application fees waiver. This
yes,
is a
yes.
very, very good tip that you are offering here because sometimes for me, I was like thinking if the university didn't mention that they have admission waiver, application fees waiver, I cannot ask that. But now you give us a new alternative way that even if you are a student, you are in Nigeria, you are anywhere in the world, you can ask application fees waiver, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
it
yeah, yeah.
works
You
for
can
you.
actually, you can actually ask for application fee waiver. It doesn't really matter. Sometimes they used to indicate it because I remember in University of Florida, the first time I applied for master study, they give me without fund. They give me without fund.
Without fund.
So one of my friend, my senior colleague that is already in US, he told me that I should try that school. And I communicated with the department. They told me that currently this year, the only fund they have, they're going to challenge it to PhD students. And I changed my application. I asked them to change my application to PhD. After like a week, I received another offer that have been admitted to PhD this thing, but they told me the fund is not more there again. They have
Mhm.
used the old fund. I said, okay, no problem. I will defer my admission to this, I think, for 2023.
For
2023.
2023. So you
I think,
started 2020,
I mean,
2019
I think
application.
for 2022. Yeah, for 2022. That's when I defined admission to.
Okay, so you 2019, 2020, 2021,
Yes,
2022 is where
yes,
you got your admission with
yes.
scholarship, right?
Yes. I got many admission. 2021 was not that strong. This is my application because 2021 most of the application I apply, I use one common general statement of purpose. The same statement of purpose I submit to this school, that is what I'm going to submit to this school. That's what I did. The wrong thing I did during my application on 2021. So the thing was not really friendly. No, it's not good at all. And I met, I think when I was talking to Kingsford, he told me that
Oh,
most
that's
of the
mhm.
most of this I need to customize it, and I also have some one of my friend in Twitter. He told me the same thing that I need to customize each statement to purpose, personally to the school that I'm applying. I should not use the same statement of purpose I use for this school for the other one. If I should use the same thing, that means I just apply to one school. I didn't apply to a different school. I just applied to one school. So they are likely to,
So,
if that one deny me, that means the other school is likely to deny me. So that's what really happened.
so now
So
you are giving us another tip here to customize your personal
customize it.
your
Yes,
customize statement of purpose at
yes,
each
customize it.
university you are applying to.
Yes,
Check
yes.
all the program, everything is there because some program might be even have difference. Might be the same program, but they have maybe this university is it has focus on this area and stuff like
Yes, yes,
that.
yes, yes.
Okay, so the things, can you share with us a little bit about what were you focusing in your statement of purpose?
It's mainly chemistry. I started with some schools. I apply with green chemistry. I apply looking at green chemistry. Green chemistry. Uh,
Mhm.
some schools I apply this. I submit application on material chemistry and catalysis. Some I
Yes.
do apply to photocatalysis and inorganic chemistry. Some
Mm,
of them are advanced material chemistry. That's where I do focus my semester focus with. So that is
mm,
related because it's really what I wanted to do. It's really what I wanted to do.
mm.
Organic chemistry is quite good, but I don't just have this. I don't just have that zip about organic chemistry. I wanted to do what is it called? Medicinal chemistry. All those. But I wanted to switch to pharmaceutical chemistry, but
So,
looking
what
at
are you focusing in it to put in your statement of purpose? Like the things who introduced you to do maybe kind of a statement of purpose? Was it your Google? You went to Google and see how others do statement of purpose. You had a friend who shared with you statement of purpose. How was it?
initially when I started when I didn't really know how those statement of purpose work. I
Yeah,
didn't really
yeah,
know.
yeah. Many people are not aware about that.
I don't really know how those statement of purpose work. It's a friend of mine that connected me to one agent like that. So
I,
all those agents, they are the one that started bringing the idea. So I didn't really know was happening. So I was working with those agents. When I noticed that, I think I was working with the agents until that my friend leave the place that leave the agency that he's working with. He now give me the gist that agents won't do the work for you. That's what he told me. I should not just bother myself. Agents won't do the work. What they do is they will get the money from you.
Oh.
Once you pay, they are likely going to look for schools
Agent.
that have high tuition fees that most of them is working in hand with the school. So the school has presented that they are going to remit to the BC agent. That's what really happened. So that's what they say. That agent, they will not agent will give you normal good agent will give you the admission. They will look for school that will give you the admission, but scholarship is not guaranteed because you need to make your application very concrete. You have to make it unique to
Unique.
to speak more about yourself. So
Yes.
that's what you really want to do. So they will just help you to get the admission. If you really want to get the fund, you have to source for it by yourself. They won't do that for you. So it's from there. I just learned that listen, you need to write your statement of purpose from the guy. Just told me that I just have to do it very well. Sometimes I used to go to is it webinar, online webinar with all these like senior colleagues that are already in the other country. Some of them are in Canada. I used to
Okay.
go to work, so they do analyze statement of purpose. They will just bring one statement of purpose, and when they are going through it, they will be showing error. This kind of thing, you shouldn't do this kind of thing. You shouldn't just say something like this. Anything you are saying, you just have to be specific. If you are saying that you did a research in this, what is the outcome of research? What is the
Mm.
main aim of the research? What is the result you gain? What do you learn in it? So all
Okay.
those things you have to indicate it in any decision. But if you publish a work, you don't really know how to talk more about the research. Just give the hint about it and put the link to decide the work is published. So that's one of the things that most of the people don't do. And also you have to change your CV format. The CV format we use in Nigeria is totally different. I mean in Africa, it's not only in Nigeria, it's totally different from the one they use in Western world here. So I think
Okay.
the USA and Canada they have the same CV format. So you just change it to that. Arrange everything very well. So you know the kind of words you are using in your CV. So you
See.
shouldn't just write anything on your CV because that is one mainly what they are going to judge you. They're going to judge you based on your CV, your transcript, statement of purpose, and communication letter. I think some schools just do 30%. 30% of the whole grade is coming from your transcript. The rest is coming from your statement of purpose and the rest of all those documents and your CV. So it doesn't really matter if you have a first class or two
Mhm.
one. Because there's someone that have first class, they might not be admitted in some schools. Whereas someone that have 2-1 with strong research background, with many publication and work experience, can be admitted over the person. It doesn't really matter because I've seen this in a place that someone that have I think third class got fully funded PhD offer in Canada. I've seen it.
Okay. So now you give us like a tip that you were getting involved in webinars where they
Webinar.
talk
I did a
about
lot of webinars.
statement of purpose. Where can we find all those webinars? Some followers may know how,
It's,
may want to know where to find all those.
it's on Twitter. It's on Twitter. It's on
So
Twitter.
you can share with me, and then I will link in the description box so that people may
So
start attend. All those webinars are very, very necessary because
uh, the webinar I do attend. It's not that they do webinar constant. It's just like I'm following a friend. Maybe once you have time, you used to do webinar for students, incoming students during this summer period. So let me
but
see if I let me see if I can see the person's contact on this. I don't really know.
maybe they are recorded webinars, but also on YouTube. You can go and find some YouTubers share how to do
Yes,
statement.
yes, especially Kingsford. I know of Kingsford very well. Kingsford upload a lot of he drop a lot of these in hints, almost back to back. He drop a lot of hints. He drop
Yes,
a lot
yes.
of hints
There is a lot
because
of tips out
this
there.
this EIU I am. I
Hmm.
applied to school. I submitted everything. I just leave everything. I was waiting for this response until one day I just decided to watch one of his this. He said something that if you are waiting for this what is it called reply from school, and it's
Reply.
taking a lot of time, just contact the very coordinator. Request for dismissal of the application. Sometimes they might have forgotten or something like maybe they have given admitted you have been admitted or you have been rejected. Maybe one or two things they forgot to upload, so just alert them. So I just did the same thing. I just after reading all those things and watching his video, I just did the same thing. Within 30 minutes time, I received an this congratulation message that I have been admitted. So the thing is kind of funny. So just like that, just the message, I just got the message I received the offer. But I think the funding didn't come exactly that time. It's after like few months later I was
Mhm.
getting funding for various school.
Okay, so let's move on our next point. Let's talk about like how did you get fully funded scholarship? Yes, you prepared your document, your transcript recommendation, um, statement of purpose. How did you get the webinar? Because I mean, how did you get full funded scholarship? Because you said in the first place you got a half scholarship, and then at the last one which you attended is full scholarship. What was the different? How did you get that? And what can you advise to people to make in the, to consider in the application process?
The first time I applied, I didn't really go through the whole the departmental process. I didn't really go through all those the requirements and what they are doing currently in the department. So I didn't really check all those things. So when I applied again, that's when I applied again in different schools. That's what I'm doing. I will check the DC, check what the area of specialization of each department, like chemistry. I will check the area they specialize more on. I'll
Mhm.
customize my this estimate of purpose on that area. So that's what I do. I just did it and it worked for me. But it's not that it really is like that. Sometimes we might even do it exactly like that. Do it exactly.
So you contacted someone in the department and sent the
No, no,
statement
no.
of paper.
No. It's not. It's not. I just go to the departmental website. If you open each school, if you
Mhm.
are maybe assuming you are going for nursing, just click on their department website. You see everything they are doing, what they are doing currently. You check all those faculty members, what they are doing currently. By the
Yes,
time you check like four or five people, you know the area that almost most of them are heading to.
yes.
You just know what they are doing.
So
So
you contacted professors.
I, that is I can't even remember many amount of the number of professors I contacted during this journey because sometimes if I check my state messages, I will see different mail. I will keep scrolling. The thing keep scrolling. The thing
So
keep moving.
many professors. But
Yes,
one of them replied.
some reply, some don't used to reply. But if you really do the thing very well, even if they don't have this in, they will definitely reply to you. If you customize your what is it called the the code email, they do call it code email.
Yeah, they don't answer to that. But
If you
for the one this one which was successfully, you contacted them and then the professors, and you contacted the professor and replied, right?
I submitted the application. It's after this school there is one thing that happened before I was admitted. I contacted the grade coordinator
Uh-huh.
asking for my so I just send my application package again, send the whole document again because I noticed one thing. I didn't have publication then. I didn't have publication. So I'm just looking at what to do to make my application stronger than other people's own. So I just know since I didn't publish the work, and it's likely that my professor, my supervisor, that is the professor back there in Nigeria that I work with, has published the work, but I'm not sure. I don't just want to ask. And I still have the manuscript of the work I did. I just prepared the manuscript, the abstract, and the charts, everything concerning the work. I just
Mhm.
prepared it, converted it to PDF format. I'm using it for my application. So if I apply, I'll say not yet this is not yet published, something like that. Because I'm just looking at a way to make my application stronger than other people's own because you are not the only one submitting application. You are not the only one submitting application. So you just have to make it stronger than other people's own. Anything that you know that is so essential that you needed to do to make your application stronger, just do it. It will work for you.
Okay, so now you was like, okay, I don't have any publication, but I
Mm.
have to make my application stronger by focusing on statement of purpose, but also you get a chance for a professor. Was it a professor replied and uh, agreed to give you a full funded?
The way some of the school here in USA, some of the school here in USA, you don't even need to contact what is it called, professor first before faculty
Agree.
members before admission. But some schools here, you must contact most of them. But mainly, all the whole schools in Canada, you have to have potential supervisor before submitting application. Because if you don't
Yes.
have that, you're submitting a blank application, blind application. Once you submit it, no, they're not going. They won't even allow you to submit it. Or if you mistakenly submit it, nobody's going to reveal it.
Mm.
Highest you will receive this rejection letter. That's what is going to happen. You just receive rejection letter. They
So
reject you.
for me, I want to know which made you to get full funded scholarship.
Chemistry
I want
here.
to like
Mainly,
that.
mainly, mainly chemistry here. Chemistry, especially chemistry and other physical sciences.
Yeah,
Once you
but
have
I
it,
want to know is was it an email that you sent? What was it? Was it in a
it's my application package. It's my application package. It's my application package.
so you applied the scholarship in during your application?
Yes, if you apply in some schools, but the school itself, they
Mhm.
have separate application portal. They have separate application portal.
Yes.
They have separate application portal. It's not joined with their this thing. And sometimes they will, sometimes the way the school do the application portal is different from the main application process. I mean, the scholarship portal is different from the main application process. So what they do here, you submit your application first, you go over to the other this and submit
Yes.
application for GA is normally graduate assistantship offer.
Graduate
So
scholarship.
uh,
Mm.
like EIU, I think you have three options: first choice, second choice, and top choice. So for the first choice, you might use your department that you're applying to. But I will advise you if you're applying, just use your everything, use your department. If you know that your department is giving funding, just use all of them, your
So
department.
that's what I wanted. I wanted to know what really gets into for you to get full funded. So you applied for the admission and then you went to apply for graduate
Because,
research
uh,
assistantship apart
yeah,
separated.
yeah.
And then was you was lucky to get that. Okay, let's move on visa process. So now you have visa. How was the process of getting visa and how was the process of coming here in the United States?
The process of getting the visa, USA. Many people are running away from USA. They say that it's not even about getting the visa, the
Mm-hmm.
admission. To pass the embassy, to pass the embassy process. That is one funny thing. One of my friends, he refused to apply to US. He just said that I'm going to UK, something like that. But me, since it's what I wanted to do, I said, "See, others are doing this. Why not me? I'll try it. I'll try it and see what is going to happen." The first time I go there, I went there with my application. I think I got admitted to Northeastern University, Northeastern University in Boston, Massachusetts. Yeah, I had 50%. I had 50% offer, not fully funded. That one is 50% offer. I
That
have
was
50.
before. That was before
Yes,
this.
the same year. It's the same year. It's the same year. That is the first admission that came with fund that year. That is the first one that came with fund that year.
Mhm.
So I decided to go to the embassy with that one. I took loan from Empower Finance Loan. I took loan from Empower Finance Loan. So I
Okay.
just I go to the embassy the day the thing was kind of fun. After the whole preparation and everything, I just entered that place. The visa officer, just normal conversation. He asked me, where are you going to? Just narrate everything to him. Every other thing. I think you now look at my vision I-20 and also I have a educational loan of 30,000 dollars.
Mhm.
Now ask me how do I manage to get this? I told him the way every other vision. And now asked me how much I'm earning. I told him uh just look at everything. By then I already know that he's going to give me blue paper. So I don't want to stress my head again. It's a very big mistake. It's a very big mistake. It's a very big mistake. But I don't really understand the main reason why he want to give me blue paper. But I just look the environment and everything. I know that he's likely to give me the blue paper. You
So
see
you
the
got
same thing.
reject you got rejection because you didn't have full funded scholarship at the embassy.
I didn't really know why I was rejected, but it's after maybe I now go to one visa interview and now narrate the story and everything. They told me it's not about the this, it's mainly about the loan. But why they deny me on that loan I collected is because of my current salary. That my current salary here in Nigeria cannot be able to pay the loan.
Okay.
I should forget the reason that this maybe the place I'll be working after will be able to pay the loan. That one they are looking at presently now. That's what they are judging you, what you are earning now. So I just noticed it's a big mistake like this.
So
So
Yeah, that is one of the things people has to consider. Okay, let's move on. So you the second time went, but they give you visa because you had already prepared full funded scholarship. Everything went smoothly, right?
The thing was kind of funny. The thing was kind of funny because immediately they denied me. A week after they denied me, I got fully funded. I got mail from the grade coordinator here in EIS that I have been offered fully funded this. I have been given fund GA to
GA.
chemistry department. So then the thing cover my tuition fee, food tuition fee, and the rest of all those things. So the thing was kind of funny. Assuming I waited for just assuming I waited like a week,
Mhm.
I wouldn't. I don't think I would be denied.
Okay.
So I started looking for application. You know, getting an application date in Nigeria is kind of busy. I mean, if it's an interview date, appointment date is kind of hectic back there in Nigeria because many people are on the side. They'll just be waiting like pests. Everybody's waiting, watching at the side. Once date appears, you just press and see it disappear. You don't know what is happening. So many
Yeah,
people are
yeah,
really,
yeah. I can relate.
because many people have admission. They are just waiting for interview dates for them to go to the embassy and see them and try their luck. So all those things are really happening. Many people have admission, and nobody wanted to waste this a good offer that you have because of you don't have any appointment dates. So I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting. Checking day. After like 2 weeks again, I got fully funded offer, PhD fully funded offer to Florida Institute of Technology. They now send me offer letter,
Okay.
fund letter. Yeah, I got that one too. So, but I tried everything. Everything I can do. But since I was not able to get any interview date, so and they say I can't defer it. So I just have to leave the PhD offer. I
Okay.
tried the master's offer to defer. They told me I can defer. They will accept defer.
Hmm.
That's why I
Okay.
got the
So the visa is ready. Okay. Tell us about the challenge you got at the entry
uh,
of the
uh,
youth.
they keep telling me that getting the visa is not even the problem. Is you have to pass this what is it called, port of entry.
What port of entry?
So I prepare myself very well, but I still know that I tried everything. I even tried to use is it what is it called, New York City, to
Who told
enter.
you that the port entry is problem? Who told you that?
A friend of mine here in USA, they say that
You
I should
have full
just
scholarship. Why did
even with full scholarship, that sometimes you just know what you have to say and what you don't have to say.
okay, so you
You just know what to say and what not to
okay,
say.
share with us that challenge because normally I want to hear that.
You just know what to say and what not to say. So the history about this O'Hare Airport in Illinois here, Chicago.
Yes?
That is really I think it's really tough to pass through that place because I think they have many of all these drug dealers, all those people that used to push there. I think their main route is Chicago side. They do follow Chicago, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But I think that is the main route. So that place is always hectic. It's always hectic. So I try to use I think New York City. I try to use New York City to enter USA, but I just looking at it. Since I have been denied before, if I try to use other country that is not exact, try to use other state that is not exact place I'm going, that
Okay.
might be
So
another red
before
flag.
you proceed, I have a question. You said you get rejected before.
Yes.
I don't know. Was it in the port entry or was
No,
it
no,
at
no. This is a interview. Is this in back there in Nigeria at the interview.
embassy of Nigeria?
Yes.
Okay, but does it related to the entrance?
No, it does not related to the entrance. It does not related to the entrance. So it's
Why
just
are you
like
then why were you has that kind of thinking, negative thinking that they might
uh
not even you
once
allow you to enter in the
okay, okay,
US?
okay. See what happens since you have been denied before. The pressure and every other thing, the pressure and every other thing, just like you have a bad record already. Once you have a bad record with them, you have a bad record with them, and I've gone to the embassy, they deny you for one. So once you get to that place, they are likely to check your document very well, more than
Mhm.
other people's own. They are
Yeah.
likely to check your document very well. To really know, they will check everything. They even check the comment that the video dropped, the
What?
video that interviewed the person that interviewed you, the
So it was
comment.
very challenging to enter. in the
Yes,
US actually with visa, full
yes, yeah.
funded, but you got like kind of challenge, right?
Yes, I already know. I already know that this thing is going to be hectic. Even my follower, this is my few friends that came here a day before me. Those
Yes.
people, they don't even have fun at all. They don't even have fun at all. But they told me they didn't ask them anything. They just give them paper, they look, they stamp. So some people have luck, just like that. Some people go to that place, even with many different challenges. But if you won't ask them anything, just look at them. They will just pass. Just give them and stamp their papers and pass. So my
So
own
you
is just
waited like how many minutes before you enter? Because
the thing is close to 5 minutes. It's close to 5 minutes. Whereas other people's own, just like I don't think it's up to a minute. It will just look, stamp. Whereas my own, I was standing. He asked me that that is another interview session for me. That is another interview session for me. Because I got to
you did
that
the
place
second
and
interview at the port entry.
yes, now they did. I did another interview with them. I did another
Okay.
interview because they
Okay.
asked me what course. I think they asked me what course did I study. I told them came and say this. What course am I going to study? I told them which school are you going to study? I still tell them again. They still ask me, oh, and I even remember that the thing is not that kind fully funded. I still have like a deficit like is it $1,000 or something like that. The thing is not that much again. It's not that much. It's not that much. But my tuition, they waive all my tuition. They waive all my tuition. They waive all my tuition. So I'll be the one to pay for my rent and all that this thing I have to do. So, but my tuition is waived. All those things are waived. So you now ask me who is going to pay for this, and I allocated everything to them. So you just look at it and
Wow.
give it. Collected one, I think one immigration booklet and stamp it, and he did stamp my passport. And I look at everything. I ask the man, should I be going? Because looking at the list, other people keep telling me they used to stamp their passport. But mine, they didn't stamp it. Told me that I'm fine. I should be going. I shouldn't be afraid. I should go. That's why I just left the list. Okay.
So now, oh, thank you so much for sharing your journal from Nigeria to Port Entry, getting the second interview actually at the entry of United States. So it's very interesting. So you have interesting story because you're like, okay, what if they tell me I have to go back in Nigeria? Okay, so
That is the worst thing that would have happened. That's the worst thing. What like leaving the country and coming back. Oh, that is very bad. It's a
where
bad,
like,
it's
what
very
is
bad.
happening? They asking me to go back in Nigeria, and
It's
they
a
have
very bad.
scholarship.
It's not. Yeah, I don't pray for that for anybody. It's not good at all. It's not good at all.
Yeah, yeah. Do you know someone happened to him or her? Like they have all things together, but at the port entry they deny to enter.
No, no, no. I've not met anyone before. But if I think the last time I checked on YouTube, many people are doing content on that. Many people are
Mhm.
doing content on that.
Yeah, you
Especially
know,
if you are coming, if once you get to port of entry, try to keep your phone inside. Don't bring your phone out. Don't press anything. Don't press anything because that might listen.
okay,
According to
you
what
have
they
to
used to say.
be quiet and focus of the and to answer to all the question they are
Yes,
asking.
yes, yes.
Okay,
Because if you are pressing your phone or doing any other thing, that might raise another lesson. Allah, maybe they
exactly,
will ask to check your phone. If they suspect anything, they might ask to check your phone. And if they check your phone, if they see any this unwanted, maybe like chop this agreement later, something like that. But that is not usually common. It's not usually common. It's not usually common.
okay, thank you so much, Benedict. I think this is the end of our session today. You shared enough for us. Let me summarize of what you shared with us today so that people may catch up of what you shared with us. First, you shared with us like you got motivated from your friend. He introduced to you that okay, there is this kind of application of maybe United States, and then you prepared. And the second, you said you didn't have to take exams because you had like other testimonies from other people who were able to get scholarship in United States with no exams, GRE, TOEFL.
Yeah.
Okay, so third, you said you have to ask waiver, application fees waiver. Even if you see at the university, they can ask you to pay application fees, but for you, you had this confidence to ask a waiver. even if there is application however, because many people are trying so many universities, and the challenge is, how am I going to pay $100 every day? So this is a challenge. So this is the things you said. You have to People has to request application waiver. Sometimes they may give you or not. So the four you mentioned about agents might not help you to get scholarship. Yes, they can advise you, yes, they can get you admission because they can apply, they know some universities, but nowadays YouTube is there, people are sharing universities which can give you application fees. So it means instead of wasting money to go to agents, you can focus much about your statement of purpose, recommendation, transcript, and everything. Get together all the documents before you submit your application. Okay, so the sixth point here was you mentioned about GPA. People who doesn't have high GPA, they might not worried because sometimes it depends on how you prepared your statement of purpose, how have you prepared everything there, because some people get scholarship with low GPA, even those with high GPA might even don't get scholarship, but you get one. Okay, the next was about contacting the university if you are still waiting for the reply. Yes, you have applied. Yes, you are still waiting, but it's better you push, like requesting the follow up of your application. And also, you mentioned about how was the challenge at the port entry in United States, because you had to answer to all the questions similar to the interview. All right, so thank you so much. I hope everyone who is watching this session got his or her own points. I hope we have learned a lot from you, Benedict, and I appreciate for your time. And let us know where we can find you in case, or if you have a channel, or if you have anywhere to find you in case someone wants to ask you a question, or if you have advice, please share with us as we end this session. Thank you.
Okay, for channels and all those, my social media handle, all of them. I don't really know the exact, maybe their username, all those things. I don't really know all those things. I don't really know that because if,
Okay.
if I should check my Twitter, I don't know whether it's Benedict Chinedu slash. I can't get the exact code. I can't get the exact code.
So for you, you are not into social media that
Social
much.
media, I'm not into social media that
Right now,
much.
you are focusing with your studies. Okay. Anyways, if you have advice that you can give us before we end this session, please go ahead.
Unless if I believe it's only LinkedIn. I believe it's only LinkedIn. Once you type my full name on LinkedIn, you're
LinkedIn.
like you're likely to get my details.
Okay, good to know. Yeah. All right.
I
So,
don't I concerning your this graduate study, you want to study or any type of study that you want to do, any place that you want to do it. Just once you believe you can do it, nothing, you can still do it. You can still do it. Forget about the this negative aspect of the
all
study that
right.
you do. Once don't just buy the idea. Just believe that you do it. Once all those things are not really problems. It's not
Yeah,
really.
believe that you
Once you
can do
believe you
it.
can do it and work towards it, it's not that it's not to just say that oh others did it, I will do it, I will do it. If you didn't work towards to it, you won't do it. You won't do it. You will still fail. But if you know that others are failing and you work towards to it, to prevent that failure, you get it. You get it.
Yes,
Because
yes.
knowledge don't just appear like that. You have to work for the knowledge. Once you study, you know what you are studying. If you don't study, if you like pay from morning to earth, you're likely to fail the course. So I
Good.
believe once you really study, you
Mhm.
get.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing and give us like courage to continue applying. You applied 2019, 2020, 2021 until 2023, almost 4 years during your
20,
application.
20, yeah, it's I
2022,
think it's, I
to
Even till now, I still have application. I still have application that is even still pending now. Even till now, I still
even
have
now
application
you still have application pending.
pending. The one that's still pending
So
for me
what we
for
can tell people right now, continue to apply, even if
apply.
it's 4 years, continue to apply.
Don't give up. Don't give up. If you give
Discourage.
up, you lose.
Yes, yes. Don't give up. Go ahead. Chase your dream. Okay. So I believe this is the end of our session. Thank you so much for joining me here, Benedict. I hope to see you next time. Continue visiting my YouTube channel and also let's keep in touch. Okay. So
Okay,
thank
no
you
problem.
so
It's
much.
fine. Bye.
Right. Bye bye. Have a good day.